Look, I think we know the situation in terms of losing our wingers as such, whether that was Randell Williams to Hull City or Joel Randall to Peterborough more recently. So looking into bringing a player of that type of ilk, really, an attacking player, a good player 1v1, a player who's going to get supporters on the edge of their seats and hopefully create some attacking opportunities for the team and himself as well. Someone who's been out on loan previously, had a bit of a loan time at Grimsby last season. Now we know how difficult it was for Grimsby in that period of time, but he played against us and played pretty well in that game where we actually beat them 4-1 at their place. In possession he was a real threat and caused a lot of problems. I think it was Josh Key and Randell Williams down that side on that evening. But there's also a lot more to come in terms of the rest of his game as well. And like I say, where we are as a team, we need reinforcements in certain areas and more bodies, and he's going to come in and provide competition.
I just spoke to him just now and he said part of the reason was the fact that we have that great track record with developing players. I mean, that must be such a good selling point when you're looking into the loan market as well.
It's huge, and it's not just the players who go on to bigger and better things in terms of a transfer fee for the club or a higher level of playing. We've also had success with loan players as well, casting mind back to the likes of Dara O'Shea and even previously. And some loan players have come to us, gone back to their parent club and then come back to ourselves on a permanent basis. So look, part of our job and our remit is to get these players closer to their first team and get Owura closer to the first team at Bristol City. He'll do that by gaining valuable experience within our environment, but also game time and affecting the games in a positive way. So, as always, we're looking forward to what he brings. And with Josh Coley on his way back in terms of his fitness, all of a sudden we might have a couple of extra wide players to add to the mix at the moment. And it also will bring a bit of flexibility in terms of our system. We know what happened to Jack Sparks last week, who was obviously playing that left wing back role. So we want to be flexible moving forward and have all the options in terms of changing games.
I mean, he could potentially be thrown in tomorrow playing Bristol Rovers. I mean, as a Bristol City player, that's probably going to be quite exciting for him.
Yeah, I think so. Look, as long as we get past or before the 12 o'clock deadline today, he'll do a little bit of training with the group today. They like day's work, but be available for tomorrow. We know we've had short numbers on the bench and maybe a slightly weaker bench in recent weeks, so already that bench looks a lot stronger in relation to tomorrow's game. And what a game to start with, our most local one. We spoke yesterday about it being the local derby, but the added incentive in terms of Bristol City and Bristol Rovers. So if he does come on the pitch, then I'm sure he'll get a warm welcome from the away fans, which hopefully will get drowned out by his welcome from our home fans.
And I mean, everyone must be really looking forward to tomorrow's match as well. Just touching on that, I mean, looking like a decent crowd. Giovanni said yesterday he's really excited about the atmosphere because he knows it's going to be noisy as well.
Yeah, I think the Bradford game gave us something to look forward to in terms of what's to come after that. I know it was the first one and there was a lot of anticipation and excitement about the first game of the season, but to see away fans and home fans going against each other and see a game on the pitch which almost matched the intensity in the stands and the atmosphere around the ground was great to be part of, and even more so tomorrow because we feel they'll come strongly supported. We know our fans will be there in numbers and in good voice as well, and like I say, we feel we're a little bit stronger than we were on Tuesday and the previous weekend and even the first game of the season, so we feel we're moving in the right direction, and tomorrow could be a really positive day for all involved.
And just touching on the transfer window, we've got a couple of weeks left now as well. Do you see us bringing in or anyone leaving in the next couple of weeks?
I see us bringing players in. I think I said yesterday we still can't afford to lose any more players. We're still light on in terms of numbers. But as much as we're looking for the transfer window to continue in a strong, positive way, and bring in players who are going to add value, we've still got some good players waiting in the wings to add value who've not featured as yet as well. So we know what we're after. Getting the right fit is absolutely key, and part of the reason we brought in Owura is because location-wise and logistic-wise it worked with Bristol City, but also what he can add to the group, and that was something that we felt we were missing, certainly on the back of Joel's departure and Randell's departure in the off-season. So we know what we're trying to get in. It's sometimes easier said than done, but we're certainly working towards it.